Alright gamers, to a Scallywag 180 kill game. So this was done with no healers, goat buffs, or anyone like on my bum all game doing damage or whatever. This is like pretty much done solo. Like I have friends in the lobby of course, but they didn't really like help with they didn't like help the game that much. So aside from the amazing, awesome, completely mind-blowing gameplay, I'll also be telling you some tips with this character. First, upgrades. It's damage, reload, and health, at least in this run. I like using ammo too with this character. It kind of just depends. Both are really good, so just repeat: damage, ammo or reload, and health. Next up with the map. For high kills, playing defense is always better than playing offense. And Moonbase Z is not that good with Scallywag. Like it's you can play it still, because Scallywag does have good range for an imp, but Zombopolis and Zombury are better. For Team Vanquish maps, Lunar Landing and Coliseum are not good for him, because like it's way too, there's not really any close quarters in Coliseum, and Lunar Landing, half the map's low gravity, which is not good for imps obviously. Rest of the maps are pretty good. Time Park is the best for imp. So next tip is, first of all, this mech is trash. It's the worst mech in the game. I know that's like a hot take, because people think it's like Drake mech, which is just dumb. It's Scallywag mech. The problem with this mech is that the ammo, I think, first of all. It's like one of two mechs that have like ammo, and Pylon mech has the other mech with ammo, but the ammo is like not an issue at all, and he reloads really fast. Scallywag though, he might as well reload every freaking second, and the reload takes a pretty while. I mean, it's not that much longer than Pylon mech's reload, but like you can definitely notice it. And next thing I add is that people think Drake mech is the worst because it's like bad range and it's hard getting close to people. Now, it's not, it is pretty hard to do that because you're gigantic mech and everyone's going after you, but you do have the tackle. And it does happen like pretty frequently where you can just like use the Drake mech on like 4 different people, like 4 or more, and just slaughter all of them. Like, one thing that makes the mech like really good, by the way, triple long bomb. Good job on AG for that. But one good thing about Drake mech is that there's like a technique called like trigger spamming. So if you spam your trigger button instead of just holding it, you can do like way more damage, like double, triple the damage. And using this technique, you can basically like, instead of just slaughtering a group of plants, you're like massacring them. It's so good. Another problem with Scallywag mech is that the abilities are also not that good. The mech kata is like really inconsistent, and it's like it's actually like you're better off not using it. Like it's literally you're sitting duck for like a good 5 seconds because it doesn't do enough damage, and it doesn't like, it's totally random where the projectiles are going to go. It's like never useful. Krusty Giga Bomb is pretty good. It's a very solid mech ability, but there's no point in using it. I mean, no. It's there is a point using it. It's actually a good ability, but like it doesn't really like overall his abilities aren't that good though. Just because he has a solid one ability and one completely useless other ability just makes up his ability kit just being bad. But I just had to explain myself there because I know a lot of people definitely like the Scallywag mech. And I sort of like it, but not that much. So we're on third point here. Third point is like one of my favorite objectives in the game, to play on zombies. On plants, it's not the most fun thing in the world, but on zombies, it's pretty fun. Because when they have the right teleporter, you can camp on a car and just corner glitch, and it's like, that's a really good camping spot. And I just really like the aesthetic of this, like the disco ball thing is really cool, and like it is really funny the amount of times I've killed someone and I got hit by the dance ray, and then people thought I've taunted them, and then they start targeting me. That's pretty funny. So I guess I'll talk about like an ideal imp lobby. I think no barbecue corners camping in the back of the map, for sure. Just no fire characters in general. I think anyone with good aim as a cactus or an agent P or a plasma P is not good. But yeah, just charge characters. There's a crap ton of things that like counter imps. Basically what you want though is that you don't want like low skill counters like fire characters, and you just want them to be bad. That's like an ideal imp lobby. Why was that plasma P just sitting in a P alley and not shooting anything? Also, I do have to note that I got this game like 5 months ago, and now I'm just finally commentating over it. You may ask why. It's because I couldn't be asked. Like, okay, so this was originally going to be like a 1K special, and then I was like, nah, I want to get something better. So I tried to get something better, and I just got like bad RNG with lobbies. And I was like, man, I can't be bothered uploading this. So I never did. Okay, so now I've switched to EP. This deserves an explanation. Because, you know, I don't want Redditors calling me a virgin. Playing Virgin P. So I need to play EP to extend the game. So like I have to kill like a good amount of zombies with EP. I think like even without the EP kills though, this is like a world record with Scallywag. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I have to do that for third, fourth, and fifth point. Also, I just fast forwarded like 3 times because EP is just boring to watch. Like I literally just destroy everyone. It's not that fun to watch. So just fast forward that garbage. So fourth point is probably like the, I don't know, it's definitely like the worst point on this map. It's not that well designed. Like it's really just gigantic for some reason, and you like need teleporter to like win. But in this lobby, we were actually spawn trapping them, which is like really rare. So that was pretty cool. You'll see that eventually. But yeah, I mean, like usually on this fourth point I get like 15-20 kills, which is like a lot lower than the other points. But I think on this fourth point though, I did actually get like 30, so that's pretty fortunate. But usually this fourth point is like painful. Yeah, but look at that. So I'll definitely note just how good Scallywag is, the yo-ho-ho mode. the legendary mode. I'm just gonna call it the legendary mode. It's called so stupid. Okay. So a lot of people really like Scallywag, but one thing they definitely underrate is how good his legendary mode. Since a lot of people really like legendary modes because you do more damage and stuff, but with Scallywag you don't do more damage, you just get more speed and more armor. And armor means like instead of taking like 10 damage from like a piece or splash, you take 5. So like that's actually like really good for an imp. So when you're in legendary mode with this character at full health, you'll have 170 HP if you're using health upgrade. So like, you know, with an imp that's going super fast, that's really good. And then coupled with the fact that this legendary mode you only need to get 3 kills to get, and that this character also has a grab grenade, a stun, so like you basically already have a free kill right there in your ability slot. So really you only need 2 kills that take any sort of effort, and that's not really that hard when this character's like damage is like really good. Max damage is like 48, I think. No, 26. Like I don't know the DPS for this character, but it's probably like 80, around 80 or 90. It's really solid. And then another thing, this character's really good, bro. Another thing is that the range, you're hitting 16, like there's no arc. So in other words, you're shooting in a straight line with this character, and you're hitting 16 with crit at range, 14 body shot as an imp with no like in a straight bullet. Like that's really good. I wouldn't call this character top tier because it is an imp and you do get countered pretty hard by some characters, but like definitely like a very solid or high A tier character. Definitely play him if you have them, though. I mean, I would assume that most people, if you have them, you've already mastered them. But 5th point is another point that's also like doesn't really go that well usually, especially if they don't have teleporter or if they don't get teleporter. But again, we were able to spawn trap them, which isn't that effective on this point. But I mean, I was still able to get like a good amount of kills though. 5th point is like the second worst point on this map. I don't really like it. The trains coming every 30 seconds is like ridiculous. Like that happens like every 30 seconds may not sound like that much, but when you're playing, it feels like the train is coming every freaking second, and it's like really annoying. Another thing is just like how 5th points are designed in this game, and it's like sucks a bunch, is that they made the points progressively harder. So the first point's kind of vary how hard it is, but it's supposed to, how they design it, it's supposed to be first point is the easiest, second point is the second easiest, and then the 5th point before the final is the hardest. It's not really like super consistent, but like that's what they try to do, right? So on this 5th point, the planes spawn like a marathon away from the point, while the zombies spawn on top of the point because they're trying to make it hard for the planes to win. And this forces them to get teleporter if they want to win, and like that's just like really annoying because not every lobby has a rose because roses are boring. So it just makes it like a bad combo of people just spawning way too far from the objective. And then also how like you can just camp in your spawn because it's so open and the zombies can't really push you unless like the zombie team is dominating so much. 5th points in this game are just like cancer. I don't like them at all. What they should have done is I guess maybe keep like like each objective gets progressively harder, but like make it so teleporter is a necessity for 4th and 5th point. It's really like not fun to play. 140. Damn. Yeah, just slaughtering these guys. But yeah, I guess I'll, you know, during the EP thing, I haven't uploaded in like a good minute. That's because I haven't gotten like a high kill game in like a while, because I haven't really been playing the game that much. Like I've definitely been playing the game like, you know, maybe like once every few days or something. But all my friends that used to play the game like don't really play the game that much, and that's like trying to go for a high kill game without like any friends in the lobby is like really annoying to do. It's not hard, like the no pocket thing, which is like, it just makes it so I can reliably extend the game further. My friends don't really help me in terms of getting kills, but when it's a solo game, it's like, it is so frustrating when you have really good pace and they don't capture like 4th point because like some guy who was playing Rose switched off Rose because he got level 10 with Rose, and then now they don't have teleporter, and then they just automatically lose because that's the game design. So that's pretty much the reason why. Well, I mean, so that's why, like, I don't know how many more videos I'll post. Who knows? Anyways, that plasma feet to the left there was my friend. That's why I didn't shoot him. He was trying to get the battery for me. He sucked at it though. He only got it once. Also, I have to note, going for that corn there, I should not have gone for that corn. There was 2 pea shooters right there. I should have just went for the pea shooters and then wait for the corn. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm so lucky that like that pea shooter, that plasma pea for some reason was trying to charge instead of just spamming tier 1 attacks. Like, I don't know what he was doing there, but it was a mistake, but like it paid off pretty well. But like I think I definitely should have went for those 2 pea shooters there. And that right there shows another like good tip is, since the Scallywag mech isn't that good, you should just use it when you're low and you can regen in the mech. Now, just to be clear, your amp does not get full health instantly when you go in the mech. You only just start regenerating in the mech, so you have to be in the mech for like a good like 20-30 seconds, and then you'll be at full health. Like your amp is regenerating in the background while you're using the mech, you know. Oh yeah, I forgot to note earlier that I was not using a mouse and keyboard. I mean, if you're in the video for this long, I think it's pretty clear that I'm using a controller. But since literally way too many people accuse me of using M&K, and I mean, it's like for good reason, because literally every good player now is using M&K on Xbox. And you can't play M&K on Xbox without using some cheating adapter. But just to be clear, I'm using an Xbox controller. So I think I'll note, like, you can see it in my positioning, I did not went deep into their spawn, because in their spawn, it's like, it's very open, and it's like, it's really not a good place to be. So I just like, instead of just pushing their spawn, I would have just died. I just wait for them to come up to the stairs, and then that's a really good position for me, because I have a lot more trouble hitting me. So you just see like how I pretty much am inside and I try not to go like outside to their spawn. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm avoiding their spawn. Like there's like an out of bounds area, which there isn't, because you see I'm pushing that aim flower there. But anyways, that's the end of the game. If you enjoyed, then, you know, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we're just staying for the stats. Yeah. 15 KD, all right.